Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of Fright Night Part 2. It's a horror, came out in 1988, it's an 18, an hour and 44 minutes. IMDb rating is 5.9 out of 10. I could only find it on YouTube. I'm probably pay for it somewhere else, but I'll link the YouTube video in the description. So I'll just read the IMDb synopsis. 3 years after dealing with vampires, Charlie Brewster separates from vampire hunter Peter Vincent. When mysterious actress Regine Dandridge arrives in town, Charlie's past surfaces, suggesting a repeat occurrence involving vampires. Apologise if you hear the dog whining, he's getting a bit antsy lately. So the director is Tommy Lee Wallace, who directed Final Justice. The writer, we have Tom Holland, who did the characters, who did the series Twisted Tales. Tim Metcalf, Metcalf, M-E-T-C-A-L-F, Metcalf, who just did the written, wrote Mash Up at the Movies. Miguel Tejada-Flores, who also wrote Mash Up at the Movies, and Tommy Lee Wallace again, he wrote it as well as did the characters, and he also wrote Far From Home. Producers, well, there's four, but with the actual producer on, we have Mort Engelberg, who produced The Big Easy, Herb Jaffe, Jaffe, who produced Remote Control, and Miguel again, Tejada-Flores, who produced Almost Dead. Music is by Brad Fiedel, who did the series Time Cop. So the cast, we have Roddy McDowall, who is Peter Vincent, who was in How Green Was My Valley. William Ragsdale, who was Charlie Brewster, was in Herman's Head, the series. Tracy Lind, L-I-N-D, who was Alex, who was in Class of 1999. Julie Carmen, who was Regine Dandridge, who was in Gloria. John Grease, G-R-I-E-S, who was Louis, who was in Get Shorty. Russell Clark, who was Bell, who was in Catch the Heat. And Brian Thompson, who was Bosworth, who was in The Terminator. It was filmed in UCLA, Westwood in Los Angeles, California, USA. Some streets, apparently 1000 California Street, whatever that is. California State University and Long Beach. Now here's a trivial thing for you. Roddy McDowall and director Tommy Lee Wallace had an unpleasant lunch with live entertainment chairman Jose Mendez to discuss the film's distribution and marketing, and later the same evening the exec was slaughtered by his sons, Lyle Menendez and Eric Menendez. As news of the murder swirled around Hollywood the next morning, McDowall phoned Wallace and cracked, "Well, I didn't do it, did you?" Very, yeah, I'm not sure that's a good thing to joke about. So, sorry, I'm just scrolling down here. Okay, so, I've done the first one, of Fight Night, the original one from the 80s. So I'll link at the end of the video here, so you can click to that one if you want to watch that one. I will eventually do the remakes as well, but that's going to be later on. So like I say, it's on YouTube. There's this stupid bar at the top and the bottom. It's like a widescreen thing or something. I'm not sure, but hey, it's free, so I'm not complaining. It starts with a recap of the first film, like a very short bit, and then we find out that Charlie's in therapy, denying that vampires exist. I thought, well, that's obviously going to end, isn't it? Ah, the days when you could run through a college campus without fear of the safety police. Yes, he's just running through them, jumping over people, climbing over buildings and all that kind of stuff. But nowadays, if you even walk fast, they go, safety! Now, Charlie's at Peter's home, and I must admit, it's a lovely place. It's got props like swords, mace, knives, skulls. So homely. I mean, it's just what you'd love when you wake up in the morning to see all that lot. And of course he's poking out the window, and it's the dead of night, or I'm assuming the dead of night, it's dark. And outside the window somebody's moving in. Deja vu, eh, Charlie? And yes, they're not just moving in the furniture. They don't seem to move in furniture, they always just move in like a coffin. It's exactly the same as what the other one did. Well, not a coffin, but a box. Now I love the music as Peter's new neighbours appear. I like how it started, the film. and I thought, well, I like the music, I like how it's beginning, I'm enjoying it. Most sequels of films, you tend to get a bit kind of, they're just going to follow the same old thing. But is it going to be boring? Who knows? Well, I know. Now, the first death was good. It was nice to see the vampire on roller skates. I think that was Belle, who was Russell Clark. It's on the trailer, the one that's on roller skates. It's very unique, I must admit. Then I watched this werewolf-type shapeshifter lose his nails on a window. Of course, he should have trimmed them and then be fine. But that was Louis. So Charlie's just let one in. At this point, I didn't know her name. It was Regina, or Regine. Because she's looking for another Charlie. It's like, oh, you're not Charlie. And he's like, oh, no. You don't want to come in? It's like, oh, okay then. So he's making some coffee. It's instant coffee. So he's kind of like facing the camera, and she's behind him, sort of looking at the photos or posted on the wall. And then she says, "You remind me of someone." And he says, "Who's that? Charlie Cassidy?" That's the other Cassidy. And she goes, "No, that's my cousin. This guy had a mouth like yours, good lips, and he knew how to use them. Do you know how to use your lips, Charlie?" And at this point, this Charlie's got that look, that what the hell kind of look, as he's got the back to her, and it's just quite funny when you see it. And it's quite fun. And again, music kicks in. I have to find the soundtracks. I have to find both of these soundtracks because they're very similar. I'm pretty sure then that the person who did the music must have been the same guy who did the music of the first one. I'll find out in a second. I'll just scroll my mouse down here. Did he do? I'll have a look in a second when it comes up. I don't know. Let me scroll down. So yes, he did the first one. Yeah, that's good. That makes sense. So the campus has the usual things. It's got a pool table, some chairs, and a bowling alley. Now, is that a thing? I mean, in the UK, the nearest thing you find is a pool table with a leg missing. But I'm thinking, do they have bowling alleys in campuses in America? Is that normal? I mean, if it is, that's probably why everyone goes to college. It's just like, yay. Although they call them school, which is confusing whenever I see them. Go, yeah, I'm at school. How old are you? 19. It's like, what? No, school is before you go to college. So they're at this party, and Charlie's dancing with the female vampire. It's so seductive. Now, if you've seen the first one, you'll know what I mean. It's the bit where Dandridge is dancing with what's her name, the Amy, the girlfriend of Charlie, doing that kind of seductive kind of thing with the same kind of music. But this is a role reversal, so it's the opposite way around. But it's similar music, but the same sort of style of things. It's it's good that they kept the same style going. Now I found out that Alex is a speed reader. She literally just opens a book and she reads down by moving her hand, like in a second, down the bottom of the page. How can you read like that? I mean, unless you've got a photographic memory. But yeah, she's just reading it. Now, of course, I'd love to be able to do that because I'm reading a non-fiction book at the moment. It's taking me months. I pick it up and do about 10 pages and go, God, it's heavy going, and put it back down again. Purely because it's quite an intense thing. It's not like a story or anything. You've actually got to use your brain when you read it. Apparently, Charlie's doctor, psychiatrist, whatever you call him, actually suggested bowling to relax. That's hence why we found out there's a bowling alley. Now, Louis hopefully trying to get a date with Alex. But then Charlie appeared, so that kind of threw a dampener on it. So, what's his name? Bosworth, the big dude, Brian Thompson, appears, right? And he says, what you need to do is you need to find something to amuse yourself. Try bowling! And then we're literally here watching vampires bowl. It's like, this is quite interesting. The song was Midnight Hour. I've got to find that song. It sounded brilliant. It's a well-known song, but it works so well with the thing. That's the thing. If you find music that works well with the film, it's even better. Now, I was just watching Regine doing this Well, she's on the Fright Night show now because, you know, Peter's not doing too well. So the performance, the music, and everyone transfixed reminded me of Vamp. Now, if no one's seen it, I'll try and explain it, or maybe if you have seen it. So Vamp, V-A-M-P, was a film with Grace Jones and God knows who the other people are. And she was doing this performance on there. There were other people doing performance on this strip show thing, but she did her bit, and it was just literally everybody was just transfixed watching it all, with the music, the show, and the whole thing. That's the dog waking up. No, you come back here. Oi! Sorry about this, he's pissing me off. He'll whine in a minute. Guaranteed he'll want food. Anyway, so you're on the ledge of a building, many floors up, right? You find out, because you're trying to find the room of the person you're trying to rescue. So you find him, and you're like, ah, here he is. Now, luckily for you, the window's unlocked and easy to open. That's the dog. It normally locks from the inside, but it's okay. They've decided to leave it completely unlocked, so you can just unlock it and open the window. It's just like, that's kind of cool. And then it looks like the lift hatch has a bolt on the outside. Now, I have a feeling that that's actually normal, which kind of puts a dampener on those people who thinks that they can just sort of get stuck in a lift and just open the hatch and just climb out. We've seen it on so many films. You know, they just get in and, oh God, somebody's attacking me. I'm just going to climb through this hatch. Well, apparently not. Well, I don't know. I'm assuming there's a bolt. Now, I loved it. Special effects were old school as usual because it was from the 80s. Music was great, including the end credit songs. It's a 7. 7 for me. Oh, and by the way, the film, if you watch it on YouTube, has 0 adverts. I don't know how he did it, but I'm very grateful for that. So it's very good. No adverts through the entire hour and 40 odd minutes, so that was good. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching this film review of Fright Night Part 2. Please subscribe to my channel, give me the old thumbs up if you like this video. Leave a comment below if you watched this one and possibly the previous ones, and maybe even the sequel, the remakes, that they're later on when they're done. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.